My next guest takes on Arlene Blencowe coming up here at Bellator 206 on September 29th. It is Amber Leibrock joining me here on the program for the very first time. Amber, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing very well. Now, I know you're just
Good.
getting up. This is the start of your
Yeah.
day. What's Tuesday looking like for you today?
Today, well, I had a really long day yesterday, so I probably won't go to the gym until like 11 or 12. And then I have wrestling, and then I teach, and then I'll do like some light, like accessory work, some special stuff my coach has asked, and then I'll go and do some jujitsu tonight.
Very cool. Okay, well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me part of your day. And like I mentioned, first time I've had you on the show. So how did you get involved in combat sports?
Actually, my now fiance, when I first met her a few years ago, she was already a professional fighter. She used to fight for Strike Force. And she kind of introduced me to the gym. She really just wanted a person to work out with. And so she took me to her gym, and then me and her kind of split ways for a while. And when we split ways, I fell in love with jujitsu. And after jujitsu, like I started competing, and then I wanted to take it to that next level. So then I started doing like the kickboxing classes and the boxing classes and the things like that. And yeah, and then I went for my first amateur fight, and then got some really cool opportunities and went pro.
Was it that first amateur fight that made you think, hey, I can make a run at this professionally?
Yeah, I fought kind of. I fought a girl named Autumn Norton, and she ripped my elbow out
Oh, what?
of
Jesus,
socket.
wow.
Yeah, and so after she ripped my elbow out of socket, I was like, oh man, like I want to do that again. And so after that, I came back for my second fight, went on a little bit of a tear for the rest of the amateurs, and then signed with Invicta.
Excellent. And you got a great record here, 3-1. Along with fighting, what else do you do for a living? Like, what pays the bills for you right now?
Right now I'm a kids coach, and I also work at the front desk at my gym. I'm starting to or trying to get involved with a program called Puzzle Piece Athletics. That is a program at our gym, well, the gym I'm at, for people on the spectrum, kids, teenagers, and adults. And I also like take in privates. I'm going to start taking in some privates for some kids, and really fighting's what I do. You know, my fiance has a full-time job. So she kind of helps on that end to allow me to follow my dreams and, just do what I love every day.
Excellent. Love hearing that. It must be so good to get to work with kids. It's so rewarding. Am I right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it can be stressful, but it's definitely rewarding. You know, kids are interesting little creatures, so you have to take care of them delicately. But I do love it. I love working with kids.
And it also puts things in perspective as well. You might be having a bad day, but working with kids, it kind of puts, it just kind of shows that there's more to life, beyond fighting.
Exactly. And I think sometimes as fighters, like, oh, it's all fighting, fighting's so selfish. But at the same time, we're still people, and we still need to know the impact we're leaving on the world, and we won't be here forever. So if we don't take care of the little ones that are coming up after us, like, what kind of world are we going to live in?
Let's talk about your Bellator debut. You get that win over Janae Harding. That was a fight where she had a bit of hype coming into Bellator, and you sort of stopped that train. You must have been pretty happy with your performance in that fight.
Yeah, I was. She had a lot of hype, but that's not nothing that I'm not used to. I'm usually the underdog in these fights of mine. Yeah, I felt good. I'm from here. I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm not from San Jose. I'm from a town a few like 30 minutes away called Hayward. So to be able to make that debut in front of all my friends and family, because I was supposed to make my debut in Oklahoma, and my opponent missed weight. So to be able to make that debut in front of all my friends and family, and that way with such a great opponent like Janae, is really all I can ask for.
Excellent. And you got a tough opponent here in Blencowe. She's got that 10-7 record. How do you feel like you match up against her?
I think it's good. I think this is going to be a great matchup. Records are just records. I'm not worried about her 10-7 record, even though I'm only 3-1. I think I have all the skills it takes to get in there and give her a great fight and give the people a great fight. I hope she's not underestimating me, because I am a 3-1 fighter just coming in, because I know she knocked out Janae. But I think that this is going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be another fight of the night, and I think it's going to be another fight for the featherweight division, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show the world that we're here. We're knockout artists. We can go 3 rounds. We can give the performances. It's not like we're not a dying division.
Okay, I like that. Who are some of the people that are helping you get ready for this fight? Coaches, training partners, people like that.
My coach Kieran, my coach Darren. I've been also being able to work with Alex Munoz from Alpha Male on my wrestling. And then, of course, Jenna Fabian is one of my main training partners. I train with Zoila Frosto, Miriam Nakamoto. We have a bunch of guys we train with. We all train together, so we all try to work, together with different things. Some camps call for certain sized opponents. Some camps call for certain things, So I'm lucky to have a gym of variety to be able to kind of get what we all need whenever we need it.
And how about the weight cut? How's that going, getting down to 45? We got a few weeks away from this fight, so I imagine that process has already started.
I'm good. I'm not, I don't walk around like super heavy. I'm not cutting more than 10 pounds before the fight. I like to stay at a good weight, nothing too small, nothing too big, because you never know when these calls are going to come, and you got to be ready to fight like on the dime,
Yeah, I agree with that. What about your corner? Who's going to be in the cage with you on September 29th?
My coach Kieran Fitzgibbon, my coach Darren. I'm not even going to try to butcher his last name right now because it's crazy. And then my sensei Darlinson Lira, who I train my jiu-jitsu with.
Excellent. And how do you see this fight unfolding?
Like everyone wants that knockout, but I see a 3-round war. I know she wants to stand in the middle and bang with me. I'm more than willing to do that, but I'm also more than willing to take this fight whatever she gives me, I'm going to take, I always prepare for 3-round war. Everyone wants the knockout, but mentally in my head, I know like things can go for a long time. So if I just focus in on a knockout, when you start to get past like the first round, which has kind of happened to me in my last fight, you're like, oh, what do I do? Where am I? I'm not used to this. So I'm just preparing for a 3-round war.
And there's a lot of implications with this fight. If you go out there and get the win, how close realistically do you think you are to a title shot?
Not sure, it's really going to be whatever Bellator wants to give me, Sorry, my mom keeps trying to buzz on it. So I want to be close to a title shot, I'm really hoping, because Arlene just fought for the title, that I'm there, I want to be finally in the conversation. I want my name to be brought to the table, and I'm ready, I'm ready for these challenges. But if I, when I beat Arlene, if I don't get a title shot, I do have, some people in mind that I wouldn't mind, going up against. So whatever happens, I'm ready.
Even though you're in Bellator, are you watching The Ultimate Fighter at all, just with the fact it's featherweights this season?
Yeah, I've been tuning in a little bit, I have my own opinions about what the UFC did with that show, hats off to all the girls on there though, I think that they're amazing fighters, and I think that they're going to do amazing in the UFC, and I'm really glad that, I'm hoping that they'll stay in the featherweight division when they get in the UFC, because that's what the featherweights need, even though I'm not there, the featherweights need that exposure, and you can't have a division with 2 people, Chris and Megan, like you can't, you need more people. So, I'm really excited for those girls.
Yeah, and just quickly talking about that, I mean, the big criticism is that they really didn't sign a lot of true featherweights, so a lot of bantamweights who just, they don't want them to cut the weight, obviously. Is that a little bit disappointing, just the fact they didn't get more established featherweights on the show?
I mean, I don't think that that's what it was. I don't think it had anything to do with weight. I think it had everything to do with looks. You know, it's a TV show. Mm-hmm. It's a TV show, and they wanted people like one of the girls there. Her main picture was like her in just a bikini at the beach. They wanted people that would sell. That show's dying. Nobody's really watching it anymore. Everyone wants to watch the Contender series or looking for a fight. They don't want to watch the TUF House. And I don't think that they signed people off weight. I fought Pam Sorensen. She made weight. I think that there was somebody else on there too. Like, they've all made weight. None of these people had a track record of not making weight. Cindy Dandis, like, she more than deserved to be on that show. Mm-hmm. She has a great record. People may say whatever about her fights, but it is what it is. My hat's off to all those girls. I really hope they stay in the featherweight division and don't get into the UFC and then go to bantamweight, because our division needs that.
Last question before we let you go. What do you like doing on your downtime? I know you're obviously very busy with training camp and everything, but are you watching any TV or playing any video games, anything like that?
Yeah, I watch TV. I like to draw.
Okay.
I've recently taught myself to draw, and I guess I'm okay at it. People have been giving me a lot of compliments, so I just like to draw. And then I watch TV. Your normal Netflix stuff. I don't really have a lot of downtime.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 dogs and a wife, a fiance. So whatever we're doing downtime, we're usually doing together. But I'm mostly in the gym.
Excellent. Well, this is going to be a great card. It's coming up here September 29th. It's Bellator 206. Amber, it was great getting a chance to talk to you. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
For sure. You guys can find me on Instagram at Amber Leibrock. You guys can find me on Twitter at Amber M. Leibrock, and you guys can find me on Facebook at Amber Leibrock. I want to give a shout-out to my sponsor, Pure Spectrum, Fightletics, Cairo Sports USA, Lana Egg Whites, The Power Diet. I'm terrible. I always miss somebody. But yeah, everyone that just supports me, supports my career, all my friends, family, teammates, thank you. Because without the support, what are we doing,
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.